Hello and welcome once again, fellow gamers. This is Small Archangel. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of Conan Exiles Savage Lands. And the base is just about finished here, so we're going to take a bit of a tour of the newly completed, or more or less completed, first base. As you can see, I've got my sign there now, just saying beware of the thralls in case anybody comes up here. We're going to have to leave the elevator here now, so if the purge does come to this base, and let's face it, I ain't got any other bases for them to attack, then they may possibly destroy my elevator, but there's no way for me to get in and out of here apart from that, unless we take the portal. So I think I might just have to leave that put. I've got some Defari banners here. I've learned how to make those by now. I've been pretty much everywhere in this area, so I've picked up all the emotes. We're done here basically. We are moving on today, but before we do, I'm just going to show you what we've done and what we've got here. So you can see we've still got our thrall wheel there. We can of course come back here any old time we like to redo, you know, I don't know, pick stuff up, or obviously if I die I'm going to end up back here anyway. I've got my two fighters there who are only tier 1. At some point I'll upgrade them to tier 2, maybe even tier 3. I don't know how much will come back here, realistically speaking. I've got my little image above the door there, which I turned sort of a carving of an angel, which I just thought was appropriate. We've got an antelope head there as well. We've got some banners. The whole thing more or less has been upgraded to tier 2 now, but I have still got tier 1 on the outside because I think it makes nice patio tiles, so I just left that outside. I put an awning there as well, which I have to say I didn't make myself. I picked that up at the Nexus. I can't make those till I'm level 42, and at the moment we are level 31. We're not doing too shabbily, I have to say. Level 31, sorry. We've done a bit of decorating in here as well, so I made some sort of fish to put up in my kitchen. I like those in the kitchen area. I've got a hide rug on the floor. We've got the upstairs here. I've just got a little seating area there. It's not a big base. We haven't got that much space really. We've relocated our dance to there, and I've got some rugs, some cushions. Looks a bit more homely in here now, doesn't it? And we've got a proper roof up there as well. The only thing that's bothering me is these weapon racks here just aren't working properly in multiplayer. They work in single player, but only after you've rejoined the server. So maybe it takes a restart of the server before they show up in multiplayer. And it's a shame because I've got a couple of legendary weapons here. Gifts, I have to say, I have not earned them myself. We've got Galvane's Rusty Pike, and in this one we've got some two-handed thing, which looks fantastic actually, I have to say. Look at that. That looks epic, doesn't it? One of these days I shall earn something like that for myself, but for the moment I'm kind of keeping those in here because it feels a bit like cheating if I don't, you know, earn them myself. And we've got a hyena head trophy, which is one of the only ones I've really been able to make to this point. So there we go. So the place is pretty much finished. I think out back here it looks more or less the same as it did before, but we've got more or less a full complement of thralls now, apart from a blacksmith. I've not got a blacksmith or a carpenter. Only carpenter I found, I accidentally killed him. Very easily done. And then I've got, believe it or not, a priest of Set, who's bugged out a little bit. Can you just see him? Let's see his hands waving up and down. That's all we can see of him. He should be here, I think, but he for some reason is stuck through the middle of it, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to be able to do about that. Possibly I can't do anything about that. I have no idea. I've got a Zamorian armourer, which is lovely, so I can make all sorts of stuff here. If we need to, we can make the black hand gear. I'm also going to be able to make exceptional Zamorian thief stuff when I get to that grade, but we're going to have to be at level 60 for that. We're going to need feline pelts for it too, so I'm going to have to gather some of those. Probably, well, we can get felines of all sorts, can't we, from the savannah or the swungle, and of course I can get my dancer gear, which I'm currently wearing, and which I've also dyed with dark magenta, which is very classy, if I do say so myself. So that is the state of play at the moment. Oh, and I must face the other way because you can't really see that way. I've got my first lot of body paint on as well here. This is non-stat body paint, war paint. And it is the Relic Hunter one, which is purple, so hey, oh, guess why? I like it. I also like it because I prefer body paints that don't actually go over the face. I prefer being able to still see my character's face. So, we are leaving this place now. Oh, I'm going to just make sure everything is properly repaired. It was properly repaired before, but unfortunately, yeah, I actually want to put these on, don't I? Let's get that straightened out. There we go. We wanted... I just put those in there. There we go. Yeah, but then I suddenly got mugged by a couple of Defari who were just randomly wandering past my camp, which they seem to do now. So we'll just make sure everything's repaired up, and then we're probably going to take some iron bars with us. There we go. Not too much weight of them. Just to make sure that we can repair stuff up. Oh, I've got a Stygian spear now as well, which is even better than the spear we had before, and we've also upgraded it with our first tier of... weapons kit, and I've got all of my gear now is upgraded. I think they probably need a little bit of repairing, but not much. And I think my armor's not actually that needs repairing as well. Bear with me, folks. There we go. I think we're fully equipped now. We've got our gear. I've stuck with iron for the moment. I have got the wherewithal to make steel here. I've got some steel fire, started to make that. However, I've decided to stick with iron for the moment because we're going to be able to get up and running with iron a tad quicker further down the line. So I've got a full thing of water. Let's just take a swig out my well before we go. We've got a full stack of cooked fish. I'm going to close my doors for security if they will listen to me. There we go. So I'm pretty pleased with this place as a first base, but it has to be said, it is, look at that, I just had a drink, that's not what I meant to do. It is quite small and not ever so helpful from that point of view. So we are moving on from now, and we are going to kind of start again from scratch. There we go. I don't know where we're going to build, and I don't know what we're going to build. We're going to have to find a location first, and a location that no one else has built in. Now, this is a big world, and there aren't that many of us on the server, so we should be able to find something without too much difficulty. Okay, so our plan is the Swungle. Obviously, I really want to go to the Swungle. We've got, I can see some shrines around the place, so we know that there are people building tier 3 shrines around the joint. There's one way up north there as well, and then one there as well, actually. But we are going to head for the Swungle. I can't see any tier 3 shrines there yet, but basically I think follow the river. That's probably the easiest place to go, and we're going to go into the Swungle because I have been there whatever, Croc, I don't care. I'm not paying any attention to you right now. In fact, let's just see if we can avoid the nesting. It's very difficult to avoid them because they have an aggro, really quite large aggro range. There we go. I've got into this Swungle in my single player game, and I've built bases there, but for the moment, yeah, we're just going to see what areas are free and what place we can find that sort of speaks to me, really, to see if we can find somewhere to set up a new base. Maybe we'll find somewhere with a bit more space so we can spread out a bit more. There's a croc there, and again, I'm just going to ignore him, frankly. We're just going to take a bit of a sprint along here. Oh, that reminds me, actually, we've got some attribute points to spend. Ugh, do you know what? I probably should just deck it, but I can't be bothered at this point. I just want to avoid aggro, because I just want to make some progress, want to make some headway. Anxious to start with my next base. As I say, we will respawn at the old one if we die, but that would be embarrassing. I don't really want to have to respawn all the way back there and then make my way back all the way to Swungle or wherever. Oh, alright, that's just NPCs getting eaten by crocs as usual. I think we'll take a bit of a swim. We should have enough stamina to get across here, and if we find ourselves at a vaguely safe location, we will just take a look at our attributes, because we should have a few of them to upgrade by now. I've been fairly assiduous about buying the feats that I want, but we've got quite a lot of feat points still left, so oh, there's a croc there. I think we should be alright to go through onto these rocks. As long as there aren't any archers at that camp. Oh, now an expand. Nice, nice. Another little bit of XP will be level 32 before we know it. But I wanted to get to level 30 before we moved on. It's tempting to grab some aloe, isn't it? It really is. Let's just do that. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing it, however, because we're not really going to be able to make a fireball cauldron straight off the bat now, are we? So, look at that one. I can grab that one twice. Slightly exploity. There we go. Hey ho, this is a good area for aloe, what can I say? If only I could just eat it as it is. But we can make fish traps and we can make all sorts of stuff. So once we're established, we'll have more fish than we can possibly imagine. So how far are we off now? Okay. Well, as long as we're secure here, let's just take a look at our attributes. We've got 7 to spend, so that's not millions. I'm heading mostly towards cat-like falling damage is halved or possibly impervious. All temperature effects are diminished, so we might go for that one there. And then we've got 3 which we may as well put into grit. Let's put that into grit because I do like the idea of barbaric tenacity as well. That's going to be a good one to have where we get 10% faster stamina regen. Whatever. I'm moving on. I don't care about you. Oh my word. Look at all this fungi. I never noticed that before. Well, it doesn't look like we can pick it up. Oh, we can. Hey ho. Puffball mushroom. Nice. There's probably a crocodile bearing down on me as we could. I have no idea what they're for. But we'll find out. What have I got? 12. These will respawn anyway. What an odd place to find mushrooms. I wouldn't have expected to find them growing on a beach. I haven't done much travelling of the world thus far. So it's kind of nice to get out and about a bit. And ultimately, it would be nice to have a bit of a network of bases. There's another base there. A network of bases that we can kind of have portals at maybe and sort of get from one to the other. Let's beach myself before I come unstuck. So there's some dancers and thespians, hopefully, otherwise I'm going to get myself shot by somebody else's thralls. Yeah, dancing with torches, pretty cool. I wonder if we can get them to dance with... Oh my. I think the purge happened here. I think someone's base structure has been purgified. Looks like a purge of crocodiles to me, because they all came from the water. So I don't know whose place that is. Presumably the same person. Ah, we have a ghost. Presumably the same person whose base this is across the water. So let's just follow this ghost. Because I think they're going... Are they coming in our direction? They are coming in my direction. Which is a little unfortunate because my stamina is probably going to run out. Is that what happens to him and then he dies? I have no idea actually. I'm a little bit worried that's what's going to happen to me, however. Yes, there he goes. So there's perhaps something just under there. There we go. So we're getting into the zone where there was nothing previously, where there was a barrier previously. So it looks like there's a thing over there. And Curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity killed the angel, and probably will. But let's face it, the Swungle's going to do that. But I want to know what this is. Because I've not been here before. Single player or otherwise. There are scorpions. So, up we go. Oh my word. Are they hellcats or oh crap. And scorpions. Let's hope they attack each other. Okay, I don't know what level we need to be to deal with those, really. I guess it's still after me. Oh yes, yes it is. I don't wish to die. That looks like quite a horrible creature. So I'm going to try and get out of its way, frankly. It makes a horrible noise too. I'm going to die probably, aren't I? I am probably going to die. Oh, it's still coming after me. They're all still coming after me. Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, I can hear that thing. Is there anywhere I can climb up? Because that will save me. Let's climb up. We could climb up a tree, but I'm not going to get anywhere if we climb up a tree, I'm not going to get away. So let's try climbing up some rocks, but I need some rocks that aren't too high, really. Oh my god, he's so gonna bite my bum off. Get up, woman, and get up pronto. There it is. Look at the size of that thing. It's huge and spiky. Okay, we are good out of the way of the thing, frankly. There we go. Whew, get my stamina back, and then we're going this way. We are going up here. Now, I haven't got the climbing gear. That's the one thing I haven't got from round this sort of area. Did I find Fingerfang? I don't think I've even found Fingerfang, but it's over there somewhere, and so I will be going back there for the climbing gear, obviously. Now, that looks pretty, doesn't it? We've got a nice little oasis down there, which looks nice. There's a little plateau over there, which might be a good place to build an aerial style base, or we could build up a tree, because I understand it, as I understand it, one of the few places where one could still build up a tree. Now, you can't build up the baobab trees anymore. I used to. I've built a couple of tree houses up those, but you can't do that anymore because something's changed with the collision. So yeah, I'm not sure that that really kind of works properly anymore. So yeah, these trees, however, I know you can build up. Now, that was not a particularly tall one, but there's a tall one over there, and then there is kind of a plateau sort of thing over there as well. So maybe we'll head down here. I'm just going to have to be very careful, really, because we are level 31, which is not massive, and also be a bit careful about how we get down here too. Oopsie. There we go. Also, my gear generally, weapons and armor, is not top notch by a long chalk. So yeah, we're gonna need. There we go. That's the efficient way of climbing down. It's just to. There we go. Jump down like that. So hopefully won't meet up with anything too nasty until we can get some sort of small base established. There are panthers here, of course. There's a crocodile over there, which, in spite of the fact that I've... Oh gosh, that's going to hurt a bit. Oh no, it didn't. That's nice. In spite of the fact that I actually, you know, was miles away, that croc still managed, somehow, to spot me. So, I'm going to head in this direction, because I want to check out that plateau there. And also these big tall trees. There's a really tall tree just over the other side of that plateau. So we could build in that. Okay, let's just go up to this plateau and see how easy it is to get up there. I don't frankly want it to be too easy to get up there. That's kind of my point, really. Kind of my aim. There's also a big tree here. Up. And that, actually, we could combine, possibly. Climb up. We could possibly combine plateau and tree to make a base, although the plateau top is a lot higher. Okay, let's see if we can get up here without dying. Of course, if a sandstorm comes along, I'm dead as well. What we'll do once we've found a location is place a bedroll, and that way, you know what, I'm not entirely sure we're going to get down there, so let's just hop down. And if we're not going to get up there, then it's probably not a great plan to try and build up there. Because if I'm not going to be able to climb up, to start with, there is not going to be any alternative but climbing up. So let's just see if there's any likely looking trees around here. Because I otherwise like the look of the location. We've got a little island there with a tree. Okay, let's go down here. Ouch, that is not what I meant. Oh gosh, and there's a crocodile, of course. Let's head across to this little island. There's loads of trees around here, of course. Many trees. Any of which could serve our purposes. But the higher they are, the better. Not because we need to build that high, we don't. But... is that something after me? Oh! It's some sort of rhino, which I'm assuming if I go too close to it, it will have my guts for garters, but rhinos in Goth. If a tree is tall enough, it's going to enable me to build a 2-tier base, because a treehouse base still doesn't give you that much space, really. Those spiral trees are pretty good, because you could... Uh-oh! What are you going to do, Sunshine? You're going to go all the way round. That looks like a fairly primitive NPC to me. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble with them. Particularly since they're going to get chomped by a crocodile. Oh, it's a cook, flipping heck. Too late. Dead. Oh, no. I'm not going to bother with you, crocodile. Sorry. Can't be bothered. There's a cook there. Wow. Well, that's probably going to be... I don't know if there's going to be a cook there each time. Let's just have a little look. Drifter's Rest. Nice. Okay, well. Is there anything to be found here particularly? That might be a cook each time. And if it is... Oh, look. There we go. There's something there. Torn page. High and low, I have searched for the ultimate flavour, yet still haven't found it. These pages are what I leave behind. Some legacy at the very least. My culinary experiments will not be in vain if others can learn from them. Nice, so we've learned some more recipes there, which is great. Now, I reckon we probably don't have that much time before we lose the daylight. Although it can be difficult to tell. Go away, crocodile, I don't care. But I want to make sure that we find a good location for our base as well. So, go away, crocodile, all 3 million of you. What's this? Ah, true indigo. That grows here in the Swungle too, so... Okay, I can't pick that for some reason. There's a tree there, which is... Zalthar's Crossing. Okay. Doesn't look like any kind of... Oh, for goodness sake, go on then, we'll kill you. Just, you know, if you desperately want to be killed. I cut my teeth on my fighting teeth on crocodiles in this game, so of course not all crocodiles are necessarily equal, but I think this one's fairly equal to the others. Oh, so he did just get me there, which wasn't very nice, was it? That's why I've mostly been trying to avoid them, partly because it takes time to kill things, and partly because oh yes, this place looks amazing, and partly because yeah, it's just, yeah, it's time expensive, and it wears my armor as well, and I've only got so much. I haven't got any leather at this point, of course, but I have only got so much iron, which I intended to... Oh no, this is quite interesting. I intended to allow me to repair up my tools. Now we can. This is a spiral tree, so you can just walk up that path right there. But I can also do this, which will. Oh, except that I can't, because for some reason it's decided to throw me randomly backwards. So let's just run up here. All the way up. There we go, and then the tree kind of spirals up and over a little bit as well. I wonder if we could build a base up there. We possibly could. Or we could build a base up here, or up on that ledge there. Heck, we're spoiled for choice, we really are. There's also a kind of a little plateau here as well. However, oh, it's a bird of some sort. It's an exotic bird. Has he given up already? Oh no, it's there, look. Presumably I can get feathers from this. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can. Hit the tree then, which isn't what I meant to do at all. They don't move very fast, these. They're not particularly difficult to kill. Having said that, they do have a nasty peck. They can still knock you flying. There we go. Yes, he's dead. However, where's it gone? Plant fibre. Yeah, that's not what I meant. Corpse, dead. I've just picked the plant fibre. Okay, I should have some species of... I've got a skinning knife and I've got an iron cleaver. Let's take the skinning knife to it. Oh, there we go. We've got hide and feather from that, so that's nice. I'm going to put those puffball mushrooms back in there, and we'll keep that out. Okay, so we're probably going to find we've got plenty of those around here. And I still haven't found anywhere to put myself, base-wise. There is another tree over here that does a bit of a crossing. And there's a big tree up here. There's lots of birds around here, actually. And I know for a fact that we have another exploration point here, which will give me a bit more, another jolt of XP. Probably have to fight this flipping bird in the process. No, I won't, not if I go up here. There we go. Because this is another crossing point. There we go, Pedeston's Crossing. I couldn't remember the name of it. Here we go. And we can walk across this branch to this sort of temple remnant here. And there's an enormous tree there as well. Of course, there's loads of trees just everywhere around here. But I want to find a really good location for our base. And not necessarily here, because this is actually a temple. So maybe we should go over that way a bit, or I don't really know where we should put ourselves. Perhaps not too far from Drifter's Rest. If I can get myself a cooked roll, that would be really nice. But it's getting on for night time now, so I need to find somewhere vaguely safe to put myself overnight. And we could probably do with making a bedroll of some sort. I didn't bring one with me. Basically, I have relied upon just having, you know, sort of being completely from scratch, really. Let's just hit this. Vines. Not quite what I meant. Let's get the axe. Or we could just strip this. There we go. I've got a sickle somewhere, but I didn't bring it with me. I thought I'd bring as little stuff with me as was possible. There we go. And it's extremely dark now, so I'll just switch this over like that. There we go. And I think what we'll do for the moment is we'll just go up here. And actually, we've got 3 hides, so we can make ourselves a hide bedroll. That is the better idea. So there we go. We've made a hide bedroll. Now it's going to be pretty dark trying to get up here, isn't it? It certainly is. I'm not entirely sure that I can really see what I'm doing. Looks like there should be some sort of thing here. There is. There's a very narrow ledge here. And then we should be able to get just up here. And for some reason I crouched. There we go. Now, if I place my bedroll here, can we place the bedroll here without it bugging out? Hopefully so. There we go. But spawn point updated. So that is a bit of a result. We've got a small niche on a cliff to call our very own for the time being. And at least then, if we die, we won't die a billion miles away. But we will take this with us when we go. But that does mean, of course, if we're not careful, we will end up respawning in the desert. So maybe I'll leave that there, actually. And then we can have multiple spawn points. Well, we can have multiple bedrolls. We can't have more than one of them active at any one time. So yeah, we're going to stay here for the time being, just overnight. And then in the next episode, we will carry on about our way, trying to find the perfect place to make a base. As I say, I'll do a lot of the grinding of making the base off camera, but for the time being, we're going to leave it here, and I will see if maybe I'll do a bit of off-camera looking around to see if I can find an ideal location as well, because it could take quite a bit of time actually. But we'll see how it goes. As I say, this time around the series is more. It's got a slightly different flavour to it. It's more a case of this is a server I play on, and I will record sort of salient points and stuff. Interesting bits, really, stuff we haven't covered before, like the Swungle, like the bosses we haven't killed before, like the dungeons we haven't visited before. So that is the plan, folks, and I hope that you guys will enjoy the ride, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do keep watching, because we're going to be doing hopefully some some group stuff before too much longer as well, which would be pretty cool. So I hope you guys will join me for that as well. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed this episode, you know what to do. Hit that like button, let me know. Also, feel free, as ever, leave me your comments, hints, and tips. And let's see if we can dance with a torch. No, we can't. But I am making some cute little jangling noises as I shake my booty. Okay, guys, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.